If you are researching a trucking company you're thinking of applying to work for, you might consider checking their CSA record. When you look at an individual motor carrier's record on the CSA website, the home page shows all 7 basics. Once you click on a basic, you can then click to reveal a detailed violation summary or inspection history. The gray Not Public box displays the motor carrier's score, which is only available to the motor carrier and law enforcement. If a motor carrier's score is high in relation to other motor carriers in their peer grouping, they may be prioritized for an intervention. Interventions usually begin with a warning letter to the motor carrier. Also, the company can be prioritized for additional roadside inspections. It is likely that there will be an on-site investigation, which involves enforcement officials from either the DOT or state. They will focus on the problem areas and conduct a thorough audit to determine the root causes of the violations. The motor carrier will then be required to develop a plan to address the underlying problems and bring the company back into compliance. If the regulatory violations are severe enough, a financial fine or a closed enforcement may also be imposed. In extreme cases, if the investigation uncovers a pattern of egregious noncompliance, they may be ordered to cease operations. This is rarely done, but it does happen. That's how CSA relates to trucking companies, but how are the drivers involved? CSA also retains records of a driver's most recent 5 years of crash data and the most recent 3 years of roadside inspection data. This is updated monthly. There's no driver percentile ranking system or scoring, and this information is not available to the public. However, when you apply for a driving job, prospective employers do have access to this information through the pre-employment screening program, and with your written authorization, they may choose to obtain a report. A driver can obtain their PSP report through the online service at any time by using the following link. The cost is $10, but individuals may also obtain their own information free of charge by submitting a Privacy Act request. For information, use the following link. When you review your PSP report, what action can you take if you find inaccurate information? The FMCSA has a process that enables drivers or motor carriers to submit a request for data review or an RDR. The process begins on the DataQ's web portal, which is available at the following link. You'll start the process by creating your login. Once you've submitted your report, it's routed to the correct state and enforcement officer for review. Here are some tips for filing a successful request for data review. Make the request as timely as possible. The outside limit is within 3 years for inspections and 5 years for crashes. Specify the correct request for data review type. Be careful when selecting from the pull-down menu. Provide the accurate roadside inspection report number. A clear and detailed explanation of what you want reviewed, and valid and relevant supporting documentation. Pictures, receipts, invoices, copies of records of duty status, and any documentation to support your request is always beneficial. Keep all requests professional and detailed. Make only factual statements. Do not insert opinion or emotion into the request. Automatically challenging every violation will most likely decrease your chances of a successful challenge. Keep in mind that the same agency that wrote the initial violation is also responsible for reviewing your challenge. Serial challengers most likely will not receive high priority. In most cases, a ticket or citation is not issued as the result of a roadside inspection. However, in some cases they are. If a ticket is issued, the proper course to challenge it is through the court system. If after adjudication the ticket is reduced or dismissed, then you can file a request for data review through DataQueues. The process applies to inspections conducted on or after August 23, 2014. Include copies of certified court documentation and the inspection details with your request. The state will review your submission and alter your PSP record accordingly. Keep in mind that this process is only for citations issued as a part of a roadside inspection. If you're stopped and issued, for example, a speeding ticket and no roadside inspection is completed, then you cannot use this process. You can, however, use the court system to challenge the citation.